Kevin, you wanted to know all about the toys that I used to have when I was a child. Well, that's an easy question for me to answer. I mean, I'm a girl. Haven't you noticed? I used to play with dolls nearly all the time. I mean, I love dolls. I love pushing them round in a pram. You don't even know what a pram is in America, do you? It's a baby carriage, a doll's pram. Oh, I also used to love my bike. I'll tell you a secret. I used to pretend that my bike was a horse. I used to give it a name. I used to feed it sugar lumps. And of course I used to ride it. I used to talk to it all the time. It's amazing that I wasn't considered a nutter way back then.
That's pretty sick.
I also love my roller skates. Oh, I got given the roller skates when I was 8 years old for my birthday. And do you know what? I wouldn't take them off that night. No. I went to bed with them on. So of course I ended up with quite a lot of bruises on my legs in the night. Because those skates were hard. Oh, what am I like? I also used to love my swing that we had in the back garden. I used to sit on that thing for hours. Actually, I still like swinging on swings. I sometimes sneak into the park when there's no children there and have a go. What else did I used to like? Well, you know, when I was a child hundreds of years ago, well, it seems like hundreds of years ago now, we didn't have as many toys as the children do now. But the toys I had, I absolutely adored. I used to do a lot of drawing, colouring and painting. I used to love my Mr. Potato Head. The only trouble is that Mr. Potato Head traumatised me. It was terribly shocking and scary and frightening for me because do you know what I did? I made, out of a potato, none of these plastic ones that the children have nowadays, this was a real spud. And you put the eyes and the nose and the mouth and the ears and everything and his little arms and legs. And he was gorgeous and I loved him. The only trouble was I didn't want to take him to pieces again. So I thought I'm going to keep him forever and ever. So I put him in a plastic bag for safekeeping. And I tucked him at the bottom of my doll's pram under the covers and promptly forgot about him for weeks. And then one fine day I decided I was going to go and take my baby doll for a lovely walk in her pram, doll's pram. So I pulled the cover back and I found this plastic bag and I thought, what's that? Because I'd completely forgotten. So I opened the bag, pull out the Mr. Potato Head and screamed and screamed and screamed and screamed. My mother came running. What's the matter? What's the matter? Thinking, of course, I'd hurt myself. And I go, it's Mr. Potato Head. He's turned into a monster, Mummy. And he had. There was all like tentacles sticking out of him everywhere because he'd grown roots. The potato had gone to seed and it had grown roots and it was smooth. Oh, for a small child, that was very traumatic and I've never forgotten it. So, yeah, I did like my Mr. Potato Head until that point in time. I also liked nothing better than just playing in the mud. Well, that's the sort of kid I was. Climbing trees, in the mud, making perfume with rose petals and water in a jam jar. My poor mother. I used to make her dab it behind her ears, you know.